Hello and welcome to another Trusted Teachers Tips video. Just to be transparent with you, we really want these videos just to be conversational, informal, get some ideas up on the screen, and we can hopefully be the support that we needed when we were starting out for other teachers. I'm welcomed here by Mr. C, and today we're going to discuss behaviour management techniques. Okay, Mr. C, do you want to start us off? What's one of your key tips for managing behaviour and creating positive behaviour in the classroom?
Well, it kind of really does dovetail into the last lesson we did on positive relationships, but it's all about relationships, positive relationships with pupils. So it really negates any kind of behaviour issues. You know, if you've got that positive relationship, and I'll talk about respect as well, but that positive relationship, getting to know your pupils, doing all the things we mentioned the last time about building positive relationships really helps with behaviour management in the classroom.
Okay, definitely. And I think, again, and it does link in and it's hard to escape it, the positive relationship. I
Mhm.
think being at the door every time, greeting pupils, at the moment, hand sanitizer, and just really setting those expectations as people arrive in the classroom. So
Yeah.
I think greeting at the door has to be in there.
Greeting at the door, definitely. A good
Okay, let's
morning.
just get two up already.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
Just a greeting at the door. I think a good morning, a good afternoon. How are you? Welcome. Have a seat. Just getting them in on our terms. I think it really kind of sets the tone, and it starts off with really positive behaviour.
So, how would I phrase that, Mr. C?
It was really just following on just what you were saying about greeting pupils at the door. It wasn't
Oh,
really,
so that was
yeah, it was
definitely
just,
fine.
yeah, it's just
Okay,
building on
do
that.
you have another technique you want to share?
Yes, I do. I think respect. I think respect is a word that we may perhaps don't use enough sometimes. I think showing the pupils that you respect them and you expect the respect in return. It's both ways, as you say. But I think always respecting pupils. I always think, whenever things, maybe there is some low level behaviour issues or something that's not right in the classroom, I like to depersonalise it. It's good to have a positive relationships with pupils, but if there is things going wrong, then depersonalise it, show them respect, and I think that's always the starting point for getting things back on track again, is just showing them respect and expecting it in return.
Yeah, that's definitely vital. One that came into my head, I think is really important, and I know it's something you're a fan of as well, is catching them being good.
Yes.
So just instead of picking up on every small piece of misbehavior, which unfortunately sometimes it is part of the job, I think really if there's a pupil who's been struggling with their behavior, really just picking out, oh, you did that really well, you worked really well today, even catching them in the corridor. So I think catching them being good is very good.
Well, you and I are both pupils that I can think on where that catching them being good, showing them respect, giving them really positive feedback, it can really turn a pupil around from someone who was maybe low level behaviour on a frequent basis to someone that actually respects the teacher, gets the head down and gets on with the work. It really is a very powerful tool, catching them being good.
Definitely. Have you got anything else you want to share?
I feel as though all mine are beginning with the letter R. I've mentioned relationships, I've mentioned respect. I think routine. I think having a good classroom routine. That's not to say every lesson will be the same, but get them into good routines of getting them logged in, a starter task, really clear instructions. But I think routine is something that really goes a long way with pupils. They like routine.
Yeah, definitely. We all love a routine. So that's us at five. So I think we try and get another three. The next one I was thinking of, it really comes back to I think having high quality lessons that are pacey, challenging but supportive.
Yes.
I think and pitching that at the right level can really help manage
Yeah.
behaviour.
And I'll just add into that, perhaps, this idea of maybe different episodes of learning. So well-planned lessons, keep them pacey, but a variety of activities. It really keeps the pupils engaged. And if they're engaged, then the behaviour's fine.
Yep, I definitely agree. So two more to go. Have you got another one you want to share?
Again, it begins with the letter R, but something I think can be a really powerful tool is responsibility, giving pupils a responsibility, kind of treating them as young adults, treating them with respect, and giving them little tasks, responsibility tasks, can just make an impact on maybe a pupil that's maybe harder to reach. maybe is displaying low-level behaviour, or sometimes quite, can be extreme behaviour, but giving them the responsibility can really have an impact on the pupil.
Yep, I agree, definitely agree. The final one I can think of is really just matching your lessons to your pupils' interests. So finding out, spending a bit of time finding out what pupils' favorite movies are, favorite TV shows, favorite Avenger, and trying to just link them into the lessons if you can, building it into a task, putting a wee image on a slide just to get a cheap laugh. But that is all part of building that relationship. And if a pupil goes, "Oh, that's something from that TV show I like," it'll automatically build that good relationship, and you're not going to have the behavior issues. So just something as simple as building your pupil's interest into the lesson.
Yeah, very much so. It just, as you say, it's part of that building positive relationships, and it doesn't need to be time consuming. It's not about, kind of questioning every pupil. It's that couple of minutes when they're coming in, couple of minutes when they're packing up, just getting to know the pupils, getting to build that positive relationship, getting to know their interests. It can be done really organically within the classroom, but it really does it has a real positive impact on behaviour.
Yep, definitely. Mr. C, do you want to just quickly summarize the ones that you picked?
Well, yeah, I mean, the ones I picked were the responsibility, relationships, respect, routine. All the ones begin with R. It all comes down to the relationships within the classroom. There's only one person's behaviour that we can ultimately control, and that is our own as teachers. But if you can build the positive relationships, show respect to the pupils, have a bit of routine in there so they know what's expected of them, and give them responsibility, I think that goes a long way to having a really positive ethos within the classroom.
Thank you, Mr. C, for your wisdom and experience. The ones I picked were greeting them at the door. I think just sets the tone for the lesson. Catching them being good, so really focusing on that positive behaviour management. Like, oh, well done, pupil X, you've logged in already. Building pupil interest into the lessons, which can also help pupils remember certain topics when they do their exams because of that personal link, and having well planned lessons that are pacey and have good variety.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the end of our latest Trusted Teachers Tips video. I hope you picked up some things that were useful here. Please feel free to comment below and make sure you subscribe. Thank you.